Good Thursday afternoon, coming at you live with another episode of Between the Posts here on Winning Bets. He's Matt, I'm Jason. We're going to break down the Premier League every day, but today we got something special. We got a football game that starts in about 7 minutes, Matt. You want to Leicester and United? We'll pull the lineups up, we'll talk. If you've got a bet for this game, let us know. What's going on, man? How are you doing?
Yeah, I think, first of all, I'm doing really well. Been watching some women's tennis all day and been
Love it.
having some bets, having some success. I need Zhang to finish out here. She's leading in the first set and she's up.
Good.
She's already broken her in the second. I've got a couple futures that are looking somewhat promising. I have Kudermetova at 80-1 and
Okay.
Zhang at 65-1, and both are probably going to be around like 20-1
Yeah.
after the. So it's like,
Uh,
just survive in advance, man. And
Zhang's been on
yeah,
a nice run. She's been on a nice run.
I think she's really nice. And I watched her a little bit at Wimbledon. And I've talked with somebody he's basically like, you're never going to see her again at 65-1. So I was like, all right, well, let's throw $50 at it and see how it can go. So I mean, it's like both of them are basically like 50 and 40 to win like almost $4,000, which would just be
Whew.
really nice. I mean,
Big
that'd
time.
be that'd be really nice.
Big time,
Uh,
big time. Well, we got
that'd
some
be
Premier League action. I've got the game streaming right here. Once we get into the game, I'm actually going to turn the volume up. Matt, you'll have to let me know how the right number and the audience out there. But yeah, we'll listen to Leicester United here in the background. We've got, if I look at these lineups, Matt, I'm going to be quite honest, I'm blown away that Casemiro's not making his full debut. I mean, a veteran of over 30 years, like he needs time, this much time to acclimate to the system. Like, come on, it's Casemiro. He's a veteran. Like, so that means he's definitely going to start against Arsenal, in my mind. But what do you think about this lineup? I mean, United's not changed their lineup, right? 2 wins. They're just
yeah,
calling it, tried out the same thing. Don't change it if it ain't broken.
exactly 2 wins with this lineup. You go right back to it, and I'm fine with it. I mean,
I'm surprised there's no Casemiro. Yeah.
I think that United will do well today. I think that Leicester's back line looks like it can be got at for sure. I'm not convinced by Ward and goal either, and I just think that you just kind of leave Rashford up top and just let him cook. Just let him run through the channels like he does so well. And yeah, I mean, this is a very very interesting matchup though for sure. What do you like? What do you like here, Jason? You're the
I
Manchester
mean,
United guy.
I like. Yeah, I am. I'm ready to watch this game. Fire it up. I'm liking how United can tack basically what Leicester's back four is, and also the goalkeeper. I mean, you said it right there in Ward. They don't have Schmeichel. They're
Hmm.
starting Ward, and obviously no Fofana. He's officially gone now. But Johnny Evans, and you don't get Soyuncu. You get to avoid him. I would love that if I was a Leicester fan to get Soyuncu, but he's out. So I was just actually watching here before we jumped on live right here. The NBC broadcast, they had Ndidi playing as a center back. I'm fine with that if I'm United. I'm running at that. I'm attacking. I'm attacking Ward. I'm attacking Johnny Evans. Yeah, Johnny Evans couldn't cut it at United. He's not that great of a player. So yeah, I'm ready. I think United's got goals. I'm wondering if all right. So Leicester, when we previewed this, they were the only team that had cashed both teams to score in over 2.5 as Leicester in this league. Are we going to see another cash of both teams scoring over 2.5?
I mean, that's what I'm going with. I mean, why would I stop something that's working so well? And 7 consecutive Leicester City matches, both
Mm-hmm.
teams have scored. It was great to us at the back end of last season, April, May, even March.
Yeah.
Those were coming in. So it's just like I'm not going to complicate. I'm just going to go with something that works. I don't necessarily I don't love it. I think it's a good play, but it's just a trend that I'm riding essentially. It's like the Wolves first half draw thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
this thing just is a cash cow. It's right around even money. It's like what else am I supposed to do here? Like really try to get cute with it, and I'm just not going to. So I like Leicester's attack. I think that they've got a brilliant front four here, and I think that United will have some success as well. So I just think that both teams do find the back of the net. And then in this match, when it gets to that 70th, 75th, 80th, a lot of pressure starts coming on, 1-1 type of game, and
Mm-hmm.
it generally lends itself to a late goal.
Yeah, I definitely do. If you got that bet at even money, I would say that's really good. I'm looking at live odds right now on DraftKings. Just pull up, one book here. I'm showing minus 120 is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
showing. I know just because I looked just before I hopped on here because I've been tracking it all day long. The United team total over 1.5 is minus 113 over at FanDuel. I love your bet. Maybe it's the homer in me, but United seems to. I would have thought Southampton was going to get one on United, and they weren't able to do that. Leicester to me isn't a whole lot greater than Southampton maybe in this moment. So can they get one with United? If it was Casemiro was in, I would think. Without, I would think United would clean sheet him, the Casemiro, but maybe with McTominay, Eriksson, maybe yeah. So you got that earlier in the week though at around even money.
Yeah, it was basically minus 110. I think is what I have.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
So,
I've got a bet of Man United team total over 1.5.
and I like that one too. I fully agree with that one as well. So
that's.
I think that we're in the same. I think this is a 2-1 to United. That's how I see it.
Yeah, 2-1. I agree. Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. We've got players walked out on the pitch. NBC just took their last timeout. We'll kind of turn the audio up here once that game gets. But yeah, 2-1. Anything else about Leicester United, or obviously we'll pull up our notes here and preview match week number 6.
I don't think so. I mean, and that's the thing too is we will be on in like an hour again for another show, and maybe we can have a second half type of angle, or whatever we see here in this first half, and kind of attack it there.
That'd be cool. Yeah, you'll hang out here, and then we'll hang out over a little bit later on in Pub Sports Radio. So, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, let me pull up my notes then for match week number 6. Pull up the games, what have you, and we'll start to break it down. Let's get some goals. Yeah. We can both cash our bets. Everybody here can cash those bets. Everybody out there fired up for Leicester versus Manchester United. Game's about to come on. Match week, midweek. You know what we get next week, Matt? Maybe we'll have to do a Champions League show. We're getting Champions League next week. It's coming back Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
We are getting that. And Jason, did you send out a link too right now? Because I'd like to retweet it if you can.
Oh, for this show?
Yeah.
I think I did forget. Let me here. That's terrible. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, just do that real quick. I'm actually here. Give me 2 seconds, so I'm gonna go get my phone charger. I'll be right back, and then we'll break it down.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. Yep. Be right back.
All right, sweet.
Big time match. Huge match here.
All right, it's out there. You can retweet it.
Okay.
Yeah, game's about to start.
And United.
So surprised. So surprised. I think they'll get 3 points. Yeah, I think it goes 2-1, 3-1. I think this back for Leicester is not impressive. I think they could get 3. I got 3-1, 2-1 United.
I like that.
So
yeah. Let's go into it then. We've got a couple little derbies here, and we got some good stuff.
Yeah, kick it off right on top here. Let's break it on Matt. Oh yeah, let me turn the audio up. Tell me when it's either good viewing audience and also good for Matt.
Okay.
That way we're watching.
That's good right there, probably.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We'll sit here, hang. We'll keep an eye here on Leicester versus Manchester United, but let's jump on into it. Match week number 6. Looks like the first game is Everton Liverpool Merseyside Derby. You can just go for it, Matt.
Yeah, minus 260 for Liverpool. Looks like Everton are about 6.5 to 1. The draw 4 to 1. We got a posted total here of roughly about 3 goals. And Liverpool just signed Arthur Melo. They just brought in a little loan somebody that can at least patch up the midfield if everybody's too injured. Mm-hmm. He's a former Barcelona player, former Juventus player now, and he's still 26 years old. So I do like that move a little bit. But in this one, this one is going to be obviously pretty lopsided. I think that Liverpool, going right across the park, basically over to Goodison here. And I think that they'll get 3 points. It's just how do they get it? I think that Everton will be sitting way back. And I like a bet here, Jason. I like a bet here. And it's in the alternative markets, really. And something that I've noticed a lot in the beginning of the season. Everton are getting crushed on corner. Absolutely crushed. they got they got crushed. I mean, I'd like to go through it really. They got crushed against Chelsea. Chelsea had like 15 corners in the first half against Everton.
Mm-hmm.
Leeds against Everton just a couple days ago crushed them on the corners market. And so now you're going to give me Liverpool basically like minus 4.5 corners at a plus price. And if you do some shopping around, you might be able to find like a minus four, just in case of a push. But yeah, I want to go through it here because it's just something I've noticed. So corners against Leeds, 10-2. 10-2 was the corners on Leeds. Brentford, it was Brentford 8-5. They lost it by 3 still. Okay, I mean this is Liverpool. It's a little bit different animal.
Oh yeah.
They won the corners battle against Forest. Pretty sure they got smoked in this one here. Hold on, let's see. They did win the corners battle against Villa, but here we go against Chelsea. Here's the one comparison.
This is the comp.
Really.
Yeah, this is the comp. Yeah.
This is the comp. 16-4.
Mm-hmm.
That was Chelsea on the road in match day 1. This exact same thing.
Yeah.
16-4. Give me Liverpool minus 4.5 corners at a nice plus price of plus 120, plus 135, minus 4.5 corners.
You gotta hit me with that book. I want to buy it right now.
That's on FanDuel.
FanDuel. Okay, I'm buying it.
It's on FanDuel.
Liverpool minus 4.5 on the corners.
Mm-hmm.
Plus what?
Plus 135.
Wow, 35 FanDuel. You know why I like that? So while you were talking, I was looking up some stats over here. Mm-hmm. I love that. I was looking at last year. It was a 4-1 win for Liverpool at Goodison Park here. They had 69% of the ball. I think that's probably what they'll get again this time. They won the corners 11-3. Your bet easily cashes in that fixture. So yeah, I like that. Liverpool's going to have the ball. It's going to be one-way traffic. Here's a great thing about that. I also like about it. You've seen it with Lampard when he goes against these bigger clubs, how he plays even at home. That's why Chelsea gets 16-4. I bet if you remember that City game where he played City tough and they got that late penalty and they barely lost. I bet if you looked up that game, the way they play these big clubs at home under Lampard, they'll just soak and the corners just get racked up. So I love that angle. I'm going to go ahead and bet that one. I was thinking I'm still going to do Liverpool in a parlay. I still, to your point, agree. Liverpool's getting the 3 points. How they get it. Is it clean sheet or 2-1 or 3-1? I don't know. Because how Lampard will set up. So I think they're a parlay piece, but I'm also going to do your bet, plus 135. Appreciate it. I love that angle.
Yeah, I think, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now. Zane got broken, and that's bugging me a little bit here. But I do think that this is an unders match. I would be on under 3 goals. I think that Liverpool's offense is struggling, and Everton are going to sit way back. So I see this as Liverpool and
it's still no Nunez, right? He's on his last game.
Still last suspension. Plus 120 on Liverpool and under 3.5. It's cagey. It's a derby. Yep. Lampard and Klopp have had words in the past before. They don't like one another. I see this one being unders.
I wonder why FlashScore doesn't have Nunez as out with the red card. They don't even have him on the list.
Has he served?
It could be. Nunez could be back.
Has he served the full thing?
It's been 3 fixtures. Because it was against Was it against United he did that? No, it was against Palace. It was against Palace.
It was against Palace.
And you guys have played United. Oh yeah, Bournemouth and
yeah.
Newcastle. Yeah, Nunez is back.
Yeah,
Nunez is back. I don't know if I want to. He's coming right back into the lineup. I know Firmino scores against Newcastle, but I would think Nunez comes right back in. I think I'm going to use him as a parlay piece. I think I'm going to use him as a parlay piece. They're going to win.
They're an absolute parlay piece. Absolute. I love it.
All right, let's see about this next game. We got Brentford here taking, and we still got, by the way, Leicester United. We're 0-0 after 6 minutes of football here. Don't even know what's going on. Obviously, we're not watching it, but United's got the ball as we speak. De Gea is about to smash it down the field. Let's talk Brentford Leeds. Brentford Leeds. It's at Brentford. I see goals and still don't know how my Leeds team total didn't cash last week against Everton. Boy, it was all Leeds in that second half. I thought Harrison kind of let Leeds down. I thought he could have made some better decisions. One of those sliding in Bamford, and he's in on the keeper. Leeds is going to give it a go, even though they're on the road. It's just, I think they'll be attacking. Brentford, I think, will get goals, certainly at home. You see goals in this one? I like over 2.5.
So Brentford have just been the both teams to score cash cow thus far, right? I mean, they've
They're 3-2.
3-2 on both teams score yeses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well sorry. I guess what I really mean to say is Brentford have scored, I think, in every match.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
I got 1-1, 1-1, 3-2, 4-0. They didn't get it against United. Oh no, they were the one to beat up United, obviously. Yeah. They've scored in every match.
They've scored every match, okay? And then here's the perfect one too. So this line, so the books think that Brentford is slightly better than Leeds, but Everton, both of these two teams played Everton in the same exact spot. And Everton came away and scrapped away a point in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, if you want my feel here, I think a really nice parlay piece is both teams to score yes at -162.
Both teams to score -162. Love it. Okay. Yeah, I see goals. I kind of see the over 2.5 and both teams to score. I would certainly maybe do that if you have to get the odds in your favor. Sometimes you don't have to add the both teams to score. If you just comfortable with over 2.5, haven't quite looked it up, but if they get the odds comfortable in your favor, Matt and I both see the team scoring. I just think maybe somebody can come out ahead. Somebody will open up. Somebody will find a winner. Could even go maybe 2-2. You know, it could still be level.
Yeah.
I think the two teams are even, so it could still finish in a draw, but maybe it finishes 2-2.
I think that the teams are even. That's why if you asked me to pick a side, I would take Leeds plus a quarter. But I don't think that I want to be betting Leeds on the road. I think that they're more of a home side.
Yeah.
So for example, losing 1-0 on the road their last time to Brighton. They're putting Brighton and Brentford in that same kind of price range here. So I would actually flip that. I would probably lean Brentford minus a quarter here. But Leeds are in a good way. They're unbeaten in 7 of 8, but Brentford are unbeaten in 6 of 7. So here's the thing. In all the last three the last 3 matches for Brentford, under 2.5 as cash.
Under 2.5. Wow.
That's why I'm not on board in a sense with the both teams scoring over 2.5. I'm more just on board with the BTTS yes in some type of parlay.
Okay. All right, love it. All right, let's move over now to Chelsea versus West Ham. West Ham's still the only team in the league that is cash under 2.5 in their games. I was on that one last week. Match week here. I guess that was yesterday. We say last week, but it was just yesterday. Now that we got these midweek games. I kind of see this one kind of playing out maybe the same way. Kind of a nice little low-scoring affair. Maybe a 2-0, maybe a 1-1, something along those lines. I'll be looking at the under 2.5, another top 6 kind of clash. You kind of get those outcomes. Nothing's really inspiring me about Chelsea. Conte's still not coming back as last I looked, so I got low scoring on this one. What about you?
Yeah, this one, I don't like Chelsea at this price. What's going on right now?
Ericsson just pulled one. He had it just at the top. Took a shot and it just pulled wide. It's nice.
Pulled a little wide. I think that West Ham will be really competitive here. Yeah, I do like unders. I like unders. It's a tough match. That's a tough one. Plus 160. I'm surprised. You could get you can almost get West Ham plus 1.
The under 2.5 is plus 115.
You can get West Ham plus 1 at even money. Are Chelsea really going to beat West Ham by 2 goals?
Nah, I don't think so.
Without Conte?
No.
I don't think so. I think so. That's where I think that we're in agreement here that unders would help the dog out. Oh yeah. And so yeah.
I've seen 2 1-0 score lines in 2 of the last 3 head-to-heads.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing that at plus 115 just looking at one random book in DraftKings. Not saying that's obviously the best price, but under 2.5 at plus 115, I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it. All right, let's catch Newcastle here versus Crystal Palace. This one's going to be at the St. James. Yeah. Uh, it's going to be, oh man, you don't get Newcastle at home, which you talk about, you want to back Leeds at home. That's another team in Crystal Palace I want to be backing at home for sure, but, got it done. Now they take on Newcastle. Newcastle looking to maybe bounce back. These games are coming now. I try. What about Isak scoring on his debut? Getting it done.
That was nice.
Very nice.
The other thing was too, I thought that he had a brace. Like I don't know. I haven't listened to anything, but like in terms of there was an offsides call that I swear he was on.
Oh wow!
And they chalked him off. I was shocked by it. But for this match, man, I don't know. Honestly, this looks like a pass to me. And really, I could only be on the away side and the dog here because I think that Newcastle's injuries are still a concern. I do like Isak. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I like Isak. I think he's really solid. But, St. Maximin being out and some of these other guys, like I like Palace a little bit more.
Yeah, I kind of like another low-scoring game here, and I see also under 2.5 is cashing 4 of the last 5 head-to-heads in this fixture. I kind of see not a lot of separation between these two clubs. I think they'll shake out at the end of the year, and they could, one could be 8-9, or they could be like 9-10. Not a whole big separation.
Yeah, I would lean with the same kind of theme there, basically, as some of the other ones: away side, dog, and under.
Away side, dog, and under.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, like it. All right, what about Nottingham versus Bournemouth? I think we got a good look into this, obviously, with both of these clubs being in the championship last season. But before I do that, we have to talk about Scott Parker. Like, what? Like, every manager that opened their season, fixture schedule, and they saw Villa and then City and then Liverpool and Arsenal, probably is like, well, if we go 1-3, that's a pretty damn good start to me.
Yeah, if you get 3 points out of your first 4 matches, you're on the right track. You win the must-win game against Villa in an upset. I cannot believe that, honestly. I really think that. You at least got to give him a couple more, man. Just losing 9-0 at Liverpool, like, that's nothing, man. They're too, like, Liverpool were pissed off in that one. So
I know, exactly. They caught Liverpool at the worst time. Super pissed off. Yeah, I don't know. So, I actually predicted their 0-0 score yesterday against the Wolves, and thanks to you, I hit a bet in that. I called the 0-0 game, but I put in a bet on that, first half draw, thanks to you, and that was a piece of cake. I didn't watch it, but I'm glad Bournemouth definitely didn't get 3 points. I was just so mad they sacked Scott Parker. So looking at this game, though, in terms of having good knowledge on this game, you do get Bournemouth. They won both of the games last campaign when they were down in the championship. They've also won 3 of the last 4 against Nottingham, and the other one was a draw. So even though Bournemouth is on the road, I'm going to lean towards probably liking Bournemouth in this. And I think because of the Scott Parker sacking, because of not doing anything against Wolves and being a 0-0 affair, boring one, because of the head-to-head, really looks like it's leans towards Bournemouth. I know Nottingham has signed a lot of players, and you've mentioned it. I'm going to be looking, maybe while you speak, I'll be looking for Bournemouth in this market and see what I can get. What do you think?
You like Bournemouth here? Is that what you're saying?
Price pending. I'm looking it up.
I like Forest here a little bit more. So here's the thing. Forest are a dynamite home side, Jason. Like, dating back to last season in the championship, they don't get beat here. They're unbeaten in 14 of 17 at home. Bournemouth have struggled to score in 4 straight Prem matches. I think that they should have lost to Wolves yesterday at home. I'm on the Forest. I'm on the Forest camp here. I think that Forest can get the job done here at even money. I don't love it, but I do think that is the only way for me to look. No opinion on the total here. It would be home team or pass.
Okay, all right. I would maybe lean a touch more on that head-to-head, but yeah, cool. Glad we see that one differently. I like to hear that.
So wait, what was the head-to-head last season? Sorry,
Bournemouth won them both. Bournemouth won them both, and then they've also won 3 of the last 4, with that other fixture being a draw. You get Bournemouth on the double chance at -135. Not
true. It is that would kind of steer me away from it. Really, I think it's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass. If I'm gonna bet the game, I kind of like Bournemouth on the double chance. But yeah, you don't have to bet every single game, on the match week.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, all right, I think we mentioned Liverpool being a parlay piece. I think we're getting a chance to pick up another team to jump into that parlay. We got Tottenham taking on Fulham. Certainly a parlay piece at the White Hart Lane. I predicted a low-scoring game. I think a lot of people kind of maybe thought that was going to be a low-scoring game against West Ham. To me, this is getting right about back against a Fulham squad and 3-4 goals at White Hart Lane. I don't know. They're the parlay piece with Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham have been kind of pesky though.
Oh, I think they're
Fulham
scoring. I
like
think they're scoring.
the fact that Spurs is only like minus 200 basically in this game at home is kind of stands out a little bit. Like I think that generally speaking, like you could have seen this line at minus 300. I think that Fulham can hang around here. They're playing teams tough. I would be looking towards. Here's this one. This is what I would be looking towards the most. He hasn't scored yet this season, and it's just shocking. And he's going to have to score at some point. And you're getting plus 135. If you shop around, maybe you can get a little bit better. If you can get better than plus 135 on Son to find the back of the net. I mean, he was the Golden Boot guy last season. What? He hasn't scored in 5 straight matches? Like, at some point, you just got to play the odds, basically, and say, you're giving me
right.
a plus 135 here. He hasn't scored yet. I like Son. Son will find the back of the net. Maybe I guess you could also say, though, that this is the last time you don't take it because it's just been so ice cold and you wait till after the international break. Mm-hmm. But I'm in that camp where it's like if I'm getting Son at a dog price and he hasn't scored yet this season, he's the Golden Boot guy. I think you're going to have to give it to me. So,
all right. I like that angle there of Son. Keep an eye here on Leicester versus Manchester United. We are in the 19th minute, and we are sitting at 0-0 with Leicester on the ball and attacking United's goal. All right. For this one right here, we've got the Tottenham game. I was looking while you were speaking, that parlay I mentioned, Liverpool Spurs. It's plus 109 over on Barstool's at the best price. I think I'm going to lock that in as well in the show. I think I'm going to lock in your corners one. And I think a Spurs Liverpool money line just makes too much damn sense. So, and at plus money, before that gets closer to the match week and that's no longer at plus money, I'm going to go ahead and scoop that up. I can't. Spurs are going to win. You see Son scoring. I see a lot of Spurs goals, but I see Fulham scoring. I agree. Fulham is playing them tough. I think you could even do a Spurs money line parlay with both teams to score. I don't necessarily.
Yeah, I think at first, they just seem like one of those teams right now that. Why wouldn't you use Man City as the parlay piece?
I assume the juice is crazy. I didn't look. Are they
actually
reasonable?
Not that bad because they're on the road here. I mean, this is when we want to get on the Holland conversation, the Holland train right now too. Minus 295.
I hit them on the brace yesterday.
This is the city Liverpool. Jason. Both on the road. And you get it at minus 120. You might be able to get a little bit better. I think it's the city Liverpool.
All right. I assume they were going to be like a minus 350 or something.
Villa are not in a good way right now. I'm worried. I think that Gerrard might get the Sackaroo.
Minus 112. Ooh, really? Okay. Wow, that was. So I got showing minus 112 for the city Liverpool.
I mean, when you give me that, and think about all last season, like how many times that was coming in. It was an auto. It was an auto bet.
All right, I'm doing it. Man City, and Liverpool parlay best price. DraftKings and Barstools have the same price. They're both minus 112. I'm locking it in.
Yeah, I think that's.
We got 2 bets now.
All right, going to be hit.
Okay, so then that means I've got Spurs in another parlay because I still think the Spurs are going to win. But I do agree with you. You just take the 2 best teams and you go ahead and pair them up. And we're still working our way through match week number 6. We'll certainly find another game to parlay there with the Spurs. So it looks like United on a goal kick, 21st minute. It's not looking good. We got to get some goals in this game. All right, Wolves Southampton. Here's a game. Thanks to Matt and his hidden gem of Wolves having first half draws. We got a good plus money cash last week. Matt, I'm going back to the well, even though admittedly I am nervous. I'm just betting into the trend. It hits when you don't think it's going to hit. Clearly by its hit rate, you know what I mean, if you were to try and pick and choose. So I'm just going to go to it. Overall, though, in the match, Wolves games are averaging 1.2 per game. Remember last season was 1.6. I mean, this is well, nothing's changing. So it's going to be another good And that to me is a real stat because of last season's 1.6 number. I don't think this 1.2 number is fluky by any means. So I think it's just going to be another low scoring game. You could always kind of take an under 2.5 clearly in a Wolves fixture. But I'm just going to, from a betting standpoint, I'm on your bet. I'll probably price shop and be able to give everybody the best bet while you break it down.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to find like plus 115. I'm seeing plus 112 right now at the Barstool Sportsbook, and yeah, it's just a trend that like, what else are you gonna do? You know, what I mean, this is a matchup that is so 50-50 in my eyes right now. So I couldn't tell you who's going to win this one. The market basically has these teams as dead even, and I agree.
Oh, Sancho with the goal. We got a goal. Sancho with the goal. I missed the build-up, so I will grab the tablet and actually show everybody the goal real quick. So
Yes,
when it comes.
Sancho standing up Jamie Milner and then slotting it past Van Dijk. I think that's boosted his confidence a little bit.
Oh,
Good,
we got
good for some.
VAR in. All right, here we go, Matt. Here's the build-up. Here's everything. Oops, sorry. There's...
Huh? He's on. He's on. He's on.
He's on easily.
Yep.
And Ward, because
That's a
he's
goal.
bad. Because Ward's...
Ward is not Schmeichel.
Nope, that's why we like it. United, over 1.5 team total. Just need one
Yep.
more. All right, love to see
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Love to see it. United, folks, we're halfway to cashing the bet. Halfway
Yep.
to cashing
Halfway
the
there.
bet. All right, what were we doing here? We were Wolves Southampton. Yeah.
I have no opinion on this. Like, and then it's just something I've watched Wolves now 2 match weeks in a row, and they're so solid. Like, they're a really solid team. I'm a player I'm concerned with though. They could be so much better if they actually did go get a striker. Because ever since Raul Jimenez had that brain, that head injury, he just hasn't been the same, man. He had a couple really easy looks against Bournemouth, could not find the back of the net, and it cost him. It just flat out cost him. So I'm looking at first half draw here, and that's it. I don't think that there's anything else to do here.
First half draw. Love it. Love the gem you found. Gonna keep on riding that sucker. All right. Love that. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead now and jump into, it's Villa versus City is actually next. We're going to go ahead and drop them in the parlay, obviously, with Liverpool. We both see them winning. I did look while I was dropping them in that parlay. Holland is plus 340 to get a brace. I hit the brace yesterday. Unfortunately, I had it in a parlay like everybody else does. We all make damn these parlays, so I didn't get paid, but I did call the Holland brace. He's in great form, obviously back-to-back hat tricks. I mean, look at that game yesterday. That was the one I watched because I had 2 bets in on that game. Well, I guess 3 if we're counting the Holland one, but I had 2 wins in that game. They're like clearly looking for him. They know he's a beast with the head. They know he's a beast with the foot. He's got the number 4 there, Kristen, draped all over him. He's stronger than everybody. So Holland on a brace at plus 340 is a great look. We've already got City in the parlay. What do you think?
I mean, dude, I'm looking and staring at 13-1 on a Holland hat trick. They basically barely even moved the line because, this is the same. He was 15-1 a couple weeks ago on the road, Jason. So now you're getting 13 on the road, and I think it's absolutely backable. So I think that doing a Holland ladder makes the most sense, and City. If you want to do Holland to score, City to win, more than fair, and City in parlays.
Okay. All right.
I think it's City. You know what else too? If it's standalone here, I think that City roll them over, and I think that this is City minus 1.5.
What's that price? Is that that sounds like a
minus
great one.
108? I think that they cover the handicap.
Wow.
I think they cover the handicap. I think that City are going to roll them. I think that Villa are in a weird place.
Yeah.
I see this as 3-1 to Man City.
So you do think Villa though can find the back of the net?
Mm-hmm. I think that they can. They've got a good offense. Like they scored against Arsenal. They can score, but yeah, it's a major concern. Remember this match last season on the last day. Okay, Villa were up. Remember Liverpool had.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Win. And it's now like City are the comeback kings now. So like even if Villa go up 1-0 here, I still think they'll get beat and lose on the Asian handicap. This is a City minus 1.5. This is a City minus 2.5.
Yeah, it's
this is a ladder in multiple ways.
It's minus 108. I'm in on it. Minus City to win by 2. I like it. Minus 108
Yeah.
because now I got a single bet on Liverpool for the corners,
Yep.
which I love. It's different, and now I got the City to win by 2. Yeah, they're gonna run it up. Holland plus
Like
340 on the brace. We've got the money line
I
parlay.
mean, City minus 2 plus 165. City minus 2.5 plus 235. Like I'm worried about Villa here. I mean, City minus 3.5 at plus 575. I mean, you cannot tell me, Jason. You wake up, you miss this match, and you click on it and you see City win 5-1. Would you be surprised at all?
No, no,
No,
you're
that would be
right.
something that would be normal.
Yeah, these clubs are.
And you're getting plus 575 on them to win by 4 goals. I'm sorry, like
I mean,
that's not a bad luck.
and I'm with you. Don't be scared on the name Villa. This is a team that's in 19th place and they're in relegation right now. This is going to be a bad club, or at least not maybe not a bad club, but they're in a really bad funk, as you said it. So
We're in a bad funk right now, and I don't know how they're going to weather this storm. I'm worried about Gerrard. I think Gerrard's going to get sacked at some point.
Yep. Okay. All right. Looks like we've got 2 more games. We're going to go ahead and pick up Brighton versus Leicester now in match day number 6. We were obviously keeping an eye here on Leicester versus Manchester United, where Manchester United is winning 1-0. We're in the 29th minute. Going about how we thought. There was going to be goals. They're always spaced out a little bit, but there's plenty more to come. Dallow's picking up the yellow card there. I like this fixture here in terms of goals, too. I'm sitting there watching it. Leicester's giving up goals, and especially if Ward in the same back four is in the lineup. I like Brighton at home to probably get a couple. I think Leicester will get it just because that's who they are. I think this is, you could definitely, I was a little hesitant today to do your both teams scoring over 2.5. That's why I did the Man United team total, but I'm definitely going back to it here in Brighton versus Leicester.
I'm going. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to say screw that. I'm going to Brighton team total over 1.5.
Do it. Is it plus money? They're scoring a couple.
It's not, but you could find it. Maybe it's one minus 109. You
Okay.
might be able to find around closer to evens. So, but I think that Leicester are in a funk and Brighton are in good form. Like, I want to be with Brighton, but I don't want to take Brighton money line just in case that Leicester's offense does get going and it's a 2-2. And I think that Brighton's team total makes the most sense here.
I mean, this is definitely a game, though. It's like on my baseball shift, payoff pitch. I give out a winner for every game, even though you don't. This is definitely a game. If you're giving out a winner, you're taking Brighton. Definitely taking Brighton at home against this Leicester squad. So, yeah, I like your team total. You said it's about even money. I like the Brighton team total of 1.5.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that both teams will score and over 2.5 will come in at plus money, but if it does, I'll gravitate towards that. I think Leicester will still have enough and been able to find the back of the net. But yeah, Brighton's getting more. They're the likely of the win the game.
Yeah, they've got both teams to score and over 2.5 is plus 125.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make that bet in the Leicester match, going right back to it.
Yeah, I mean that's more than fair too.
So, all right, we got one game left in match week number 6 here to break down. We've got the last game being played in match week number 5 right now between Leicester and Manchester United, with them holding a 1-0 lead in 31th minute, and that is the last fixture here in match week number 6. Is Manchester United versus Arsenal. Arsenal 5-0 to the season, their first real opponent. We talked about it. We've both been cashing on Arsenal so far this season. Probably everybody watching the show has been cashing on Arsenal because they've been easy to pluck in parlays or whatever you wanted to do. Here it is, Matt. It looks like, and I'm not going to say United's getting 3 points, but we expected them to get 3 points. We assume they will based on the current score line as well. All right, this is going to be a test coming to Old Trafford here. Is this a top 6 or top 4 under 2.5 game?
This is a really tough game for me to call right now. Like I think that the books have this. Look at this. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they're really giving Arsenal a booster here. Like I'm surprised that United aren't like slight favorites. I guess being at home at Old Trafford, the way that they turned up against Liverpool, I'm worried about Arsenal. Like, I would not be interested in Arsenal. I think what would I be? I think something that I could be interested in here is like Man United minus a quarter at plus 130.
So you think United at home? You think of the likely two? You do see United maybe even getting out a win? Think they can? You think they can do it?
I'm more on the United camp in that one, but it is tough, and I think that the books have it right to where it's like, if you tell me in this one what to do, Jason, I would go right down the middle, and I would take the biggest price, and I would take the draw. I think it's a draw.
You with the draw with do you like my under 2.5?
Um, yeah, I
Are you
think
worried that there could be a 2-1? I mean, do you think? I mean, I guess how much of a worry are you worried of the 2-1 finish?
not really. Like I would definitely think that it'll be tight and cagey. Arsenal, their first real match, their first real
Yes.
test of the season. They will try to keep it tight. Um,
At home, there's nothing. There's no shame in losing 2-1 at Old Trafford. There's no shame in drawing one, keeping it nice and compact and getting a point. Right? You go to Old Trafford, you pick up a point. That's a solid match day for you. So
yeah, yeah.
I like under 2.5.
Yeah, I need more time here. I need more
Yeah.
time on this one. So I'll dig into that. That one is tough to call right now. It's on Monday night. Got to see how the weekend rolls on, but you know,
It can't be Monday night because Champions League and Europa League. It is Monday night.
Monday night.
Oh wow.
But both teams are in the Europa Thursday night, so that's why they can play it Monday night.
That's right. Both of them are Europa League teams. I forgot United was a Europa League team.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's where.
Well, at least you were in a conference.
We're not in
league
the
team.
Europa Conference League, though, right?
Yeah, you're not in the Europa Conference.
Okay.
So,
All right.
all right.
Casemiro's
Well,
going to make it. And Casemiro's going to make his full debut. I'm telling you. I was shocked he didn't today. Again, 30-year-old veteran, play through multiple managers. I can't. This isn't no longer. You're not this guy and getting acclimated still. So.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to run through our bets, or at least the ones I've made. You can, if you really liked any.
Yeah. I mean, I like my Liverpool corners bet. -4.5 at +135.
Got that in.
I like I like City anyway, anyhow. I
Yep.
like City. I like City. I like a couple different City ladders, like either a Holland ladder or a City ladder. Holland, and I like. I'm going to take -110 on Liverpool and Man City money lines,
Mm-hmm.
and I like City a lot, and that's probably about it for me. Like in terms of, I think it's kind of a tricky card. I think that there's some matches that I am very far away from. Like I don't have any interest really in them. Um,
I guess I
like
can.
West Ham +1 is very interesting with a good like lineup. I like betting against Chelsea right now, especially without N'Golo Kante in the mix. Like I think these are the times to pick on some of the big boys when they're missing their best player.
Yeah. All right, I'm throwing up my bets here. I'm taking screenshots and writing them all
Yep.
down. The only one I've got to buy, which I'm going to buy here in half a second, is I'm getting that Liverpool corners when I'm getting into FanDuel now. So we got a couple of minutes here to staying out. We're breaking down match week number 6, watching Leicester versus Manchester United, 35th minute. United's on the ball. They're in the box. Sancho whips it in. Oh, my last year's pullback did not find Rashford right there. All right, so this Liverpool bet is this one. All right, now the software program is letting me add shots. All right, these are the bets I just placed while we were hanging out. So I'm on these. Those are bets that I'm on. And while we're doing it, we'll jump to the comments section, see what we have. Brian, what's going on? You're new to soccer. Icy says, I'm new to soccer. What is double chance? Double chance means that team is either going to win the game or lose or draw. Win or draw. Win or draw. So double chance. Actually, you can either take double chance to either team to win. You can either take that double chance if you're like, I don't know, there will not be a draw, but one of these two teams is going to win the game. You can actually do a double chance that way. I've seen that at sports books. And then Beatley Bailey, great question here, actually. We were just talking about it. He says, what about City rotating for Champions League? Any
Possible,
concern?
but
I don't even think De Bruyne, he didn't play against Nottingham.
I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now. Well, first of all, who does City play in the Champions League first?
Let's look that up.
Because that's what's key here. Sevilla.
Oh, Sevilla.
At home. They're going to kill Sevilla.
Sevilla won't even score. I don't even care that it's out of Sevilla.
I don't know. I'll tell you this, though, is Holland's going to still start Beetle, so it's like, I mean, even when they rotate, they've got everything that they could want. So it's like, I'm not concerned about it. They're too deep. They're too deep.
He actually didn't have to do that much running the other night against Nottingham because they played him and Alvarez up top next to each other, so it cut down on his running, playing two strikers.
I don't even care. I don't even care about like that's the one thing. They're the one team in the league that I don't care if they rotate. I
Yeah,
don't care. Everyone else, I would be like, yes. Then I would be like, oh, are they going to cover an Asian handicap line? Not with them. They
they
have too much quality.
well, they're the team when we did our season-long preview. It was because of that, and I told you that's why they're better than Liverpool. They have depth. Liverpool struggled a little bit when Thiago went down. You know what I mean? When they lost, when Konate
Absolutely.
wasn't playing to start the season. I think City has the depth. They can withstand injuries to their squad. I'm not fine. All right, I have officially locked in the. Oh man, my phone needs. FanDuel's got this new thing where you got to put in a code now. Have you logged into FanDuel recently? I need my.
I was just in it.
Oh, okay. State of Illinois just changed it. All right. Well, it's being stupid, not locking me in. Why don't I kind of try the computer? The United almost scored there, by the way, but it didn't quite work out.
It'd be a nice little first half cash, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. All right, so I'm help me out here. Are we doing, and we as in, what do you really think here? The Brighton leads, both teams score, or Brighton's Leicester, sorry, Brighton Leicester. Both teams scored over 2.5, or the Brighton team total. Should I just back Brighton?
I think that Brighton are so backable right now that it's Brighton, but I think that we have that right there. I think that that's more of a consensus. You and I like all four of those. I will be betting all four of those.
The ones I have on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I won't add anything. I'm just going to stick to those four just now. And, any other bet can be added tonight or tomorrow. Great. I love it.
Yep. All right.
All right, cool. There's Matchweek number 6. We've got halftime here approaching. We're going to actually hop on Pub Sports Radio, so we'll still have Leicester Manchester United going over on Pub Sports Radio. I will, if you're following me on Twitter, of course, that information is down here on the bottom, and Matt's over there as well. We will both retweet whatever the link is there for Pub Sports Radio, so you can come and hang out with us for another 45 or so more minutes. All right, Matt, thanks for breaking down Matchweek number 6 with me. Always have a good time. Let's see if we can come back for Champions League and do the Premier League again the following weekend. See ya.
Love it. Thanks so much, Jason.